Welcome to Lunch Break. We get an hour lunch, so we're spending 15 minutes of it each day to talk about whatever. So, let's begin the week.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Isn't that crazy that it's Monday?
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Isn't that wild how it just keeps happening?
It's like we're stuck in a time loop.
Yeah. It's
like
like
Groundhog Day or something.
yeah, like it wasn't Monday, and now it's Monday.
It's Monday again.
Yeah, it keeps being Monday again.
You remember last time it was Monday?
How long ago was that? Like a week?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Something like that.
Oh, Christ. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah?
I'm super exhausted, even though I got... My app says I did fantastic with sleep. It's like over 8 hours, very high sleep score.
Yeah.
I think my allergies are acting up or something, because, like, I've got, like, my ears keep popping, and it feels like my head is, like, in a fog.
Nice.
Don't entirely know what that was. I didn't feel like that when I woke up this morning. I was, like, pretty wide awake. But then I went outside, and immediately was like, oh, God. And then it got worse whenever we went to lunch today. Like, when we first walked outside and I went to Kroger, immediately it was just like, oh, I'm underwater.
I feel good.
That's good.
I mean, as good as I can. I only slept 6 hours, which is okay. Other than the fact that it's Monday and I wish it wasn't. I'm just chilling. Just sitting around. I'm just chilling.
I requested 2 days off in September.
Yeah.
Me and Nathaniel plan on doing like a Project Zomboid binge.
Huh.
And we get Monday, the first Monday of September off for Labor Day.
Right.
So I went ahead and scheduled off Friday and Tuesday, so I'll get 5 days off in a row.
Huh.
It's going to be pretty insane. I'm going to play a metric fuck ton of Project Zomboid.
I think I took off Friday. I don't think I did a Tuesday around Labor Day.
A Tuesday. Well, it's still a 4-day weekend. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
How's work going today?
I don't know. I've just been doing what I've been handed and doing it.
Work's probably another reason why I feel so tired, because, like, the job we're doing is the same thing we were doing last week, which is, like, exhaustingly boring. It's just like, oh, you get a thing, you verify it's correct, and it takes less than a minute, and then you wait around for 15 minutes so you can pass the project.
Yeah.
So I've just been waiting around all day.
Right. Yeah, that's no good.
And then there's, like, another thing that's going on that's kind of confusing. We've got, like, we're going to start doing coax, and, like, we're working out how we were supposed to be training on it. And, like, this morning we had a meeting about it. It was like, all right, this week we're going to start doing this trading. So go ahead and read through this textbook about how to do it. So I started reading it because I have nothing better to do, because otherwise I would just be waiting. And then we got another meeting. He was like, oh, scratch all that. We're not actually going to do it this week.
Weird.
So don't read the textbook. Spend your time working. And I was like, okay. And then right before I went to lunch, we had another meeting, and he was like, all right, scratch the scratch. We are doing it this week.
Interesting. A lot of doubling back.
A little flip-flopping going around all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm sure when I go back, we're going to have another meeting. Is you scratch the scratch. We're not doing it this week.
Huh.
But that's just speculation.
Right. Huh.
I'm still confused on what the difference between speculation and conjecture is. Like, I know one of them has to do with, like, guessing what the conclusion is, while the other one is guessing the steps up to the conclusion.
Right.
But I can never remember which is which.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure conjecture is the one where you're speculating the conclusion, while speculation is speculating the steps up to the conclusion.
Right.
But I've got no way to prove that unless I look it up, but I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of feel sick. Ugh. I don't know what I want. I feel like I want something.
Dive deep into your mind.
Nicotine. Probably. Usually like my number one want.
The nicotine reaper.
Why does it have to be a reaper?
It doesn't have to be. It was just the first thing that came to mind. The other things are available.
Yeah, but I don't know. It implies the existence of multiple reapers.
Well, there's like the Grim Reaper and the...
Oh yeah, There's like the Grim Reaper and
The Nicotine Reaper.
the Nicotine Reaper. Okay. Right.
And the Reaper. Or
Okay.
I think that's just Reaper from Overwatch.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Speaking about Overwatch, we played a ton of TF2, and that was fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We also played Wreckfest too, and that was also fucking awesome.
Wreckfest is fun. I'm glad that we finally got a server set up for it.
Brought back Banana Town Premium.
It needed to be done a long time ago, but it's finally done. And I need to go and customize like all of my cars. I really want to have literally every single car be Banana Town Premium themed, so that I just have nothing but banana.
The customizations in that game is awesome. Like, you can fully customize the paint job and just paint whatever you want.
Right.
It's not just selecting colors.
Yeah. You can add like individual letters to anywhere and everything.
Currently, my car is just a rust bucket, but I think I want to like rust bucket like designs on it.
Huh.
So like get like a rust made out of, or rust everything except for one area that looks like a banana.
Okay. Why?
It would just go with the Banana Town themia or Banana
So
Town.
just total, completely covered in rust, but just a completely clean
Yeah,
banana on the side.
all my cars will be like that. Just super. I don't know. I love how fucked up you can make the cars.
Yeah.
It brings me great joy to be driving this horrible rusty hunk of junk that looks like it's gonna explode at any moment.
Yeah.
But then just a nice little premium banana.
Yeah. Nathaniel made a bus, and I love it. And yeah, it definitely. And he made a bunch of other cars, and then I was like, "You better send me the skins you made for your other cars." And he did. He tried to, at least. He sent me a bunch of files from the game folder of the cars that he made. I'm not sure if the game works like that.
If it does, that would be fucking cool.
Yeah. I was thinking about attempting it. Maybe it could also not work at all and just be a pain in the ass.
If it breaks your game, you have to buy a new copy.
No, I don't think it would do that. But
I think the server that we're hosting is the best server in the game right now.
maybe.
Because, like, I've been looking around at the other populated servers, and they're always like, oh, no crashing, play nice. There was one other server that was, like, no rules. It was called STFU USA. But then you look at the description, and it was like, no rules. Buses are banned.
Yeah.
Well, that's a rule right there.
Yeah. Yeah. A big, and also like the cooldown, the respawn times and all the other ones. Like Banana Town Premium is just all fun. Like,
oh, yeah.
completely.
Instant reset is mandatory.
Especially when you have that many buses.
Oh, yeah. Poor John.
Yeah, he can't handle
Very
it.
angry.
He just gets pissed as soon as a bus shows up. It's kind of, there's nothing you can do about it.
It is a little funny.
Yeah.
I think I made him rage quit on accident. Like, I was specifically targeting him one race, and that was making him really angry. He was, like, threatening to kill himself. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop doing that. Because I did this thing where, like, I corner bombed him and, like, drove him up a ledge and off a cliff.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, I swear to God, I'm gonna come to my room and kill myself. And I was like, okay, I'll leave you alone. And then we were doing this other race where, like, it was a figure eight, and you know how like all the cars will meet in the middle and it'll be chaos.
Yeah.
Well, a blue moon happened, and it just so happened to be that me and John were crossing paths at the same time. And I was going too fast, and he was going too fast. I tried to maneuver out of the way, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
So he was, like, going one way, I was going the other, and I ran into him, and I pushed him into the lane I was going into.
Yeah.
And that's when he left.
Yeah. I mean, it's not on anybody. It's on him.
Personally, I love the chaos.
Yeah.
The more buses, the merrier.
I mean, it's no one's responsibility to keep him from being angry at a game.
I think he's, like, playing it to win or something. Like, it's nice. I think it's nice to win in that game, but more so, I just want to create as much chaos as I can.
I mean, I mean, it's fun to win, but it's like an occasional thing that can happen. It's not like a thing I expect to happen.
Yeah.
You just play it.
The crashes, they feel so cool, and I love the impact and the momentum, the sounds.
Yeah.
There's nothing more satisfying than getting like the perfect T-bone,
Yeah.
or like a T-bone where you hit someone and it causes another crash to happen.
Right. Yeah. Man,
My favorite type of crash is like whenever you're like side by side with someone and you push them into the wall and then they get like hit by an unmovable object and you just go on.
yeah. Yeah. And also it's set to wrecker mode, which is insane because when you just take basically infinite damage, like it's like supposed to be the realistic mode, which is pretty okay, but you can get disabled in like 1 or 2 hits if it's bad enough, which is fun. So it makes people a little bit less trying to kill each other, but also makes the risk and reward of trying to kill somebody way higher. Because if you do manage to like pit them and it puts them in a bad place or sets them up to be fucking corner bombed by like 4 other people, then they're done.
Just completely disabled, no tires.
Yeah.
We were playing it with wrecker mode on the waypoint type of map.
Yeah.
And it was the one map where there was like a train in the middle. And oh my God, I got disabled so horribly. I don't know how exactly it happened. Like I was jumping over the train while someone else was.
Yeah.
And like their back tires landed on my hood and then like pushed my car down into the train. And I thought my car was going to like break in half, but like my front 2 tires just popped off.
Yeah.
And then I like rolled down the hill and I was like, I can't drive anymore. And then I figured out I can drive backwards.
Yeah.
So I started like reversing everywhere, but I couldn't turn. It's a very silly game.
I've been recording a lot of videos on my phone just because I finally cleared enough space. Or I realized I could get all the video off my phone. I didn't need any of it because it's all backed up. So I just got it all off of there and now I can record like almost an infinite amount of time. And it makes me want to do that more because editing recorded video is so much more fun than editing non-recorded video.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of editing to do. And like I enjoy, like when I do my streams and stuff, it's cool. But like there's not really that much work to be done on it. It's more just like a import-export sort of deal. I just kind of get it in there and set it to 4K and then call it a day. There's no creative process involved.
Yeah.
And then like recording video is like awkward as fuck. And it's just weird, but that's also part of it because it means that like in the edit, it's fun to see what it gets turned into, even though it is awkward as fuck and it doesn't make any sense. And it just like gives me something to do when I'm like bored that I have absolutely no requirement to do. So it's like, it's just pure freedom of it because like there's no expectation for me to do that. So, and it's also like really fast because like it's pretty short. Like I'm not with the streams, like if we're doing like a proper video, it takes like hours to days to finish editing, but that stuff I can literally do in like 30 minutes.
That thing you made last night was really funny.
It was just stupid. It's just like a weird vlog.
I loved all the Dragon Ball Z music and like, the fucking Captain Ginyu appearing whenever we were about to watch Dragon Ball Z. When I attacked you in the hallway and you started playing like the Skyrim like battle music.
Like I don't know, those videos are just easier to do. But yeah, I might just put them on the anonymous channel because it's autodidacticism probably, just because it's something to put somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
You excited for work to be over?
I guess.
What do you have planned today other than cooking?
That's basically it. It's going to take my whole day probably. I feel like every time I have to cook, it feels like it takes the whole day. It basically just like it's like I can either cook that day or I can do anything else. And technically it's not true, but it also definitely still feels that way.
Yeah.
Like even afterwards, I'm like, okay, finish cooking. I'll look at the clock. Gotta go sleep in 2 hours. Rip. That's kind of how that goes. I hate having a job. I want to retire at 50 or 55 minimum.
Let's just quit our job and take unemployment.
Yeah, I wish you could do that. They don't like it when you do that.
We could injure ourselves and get disability.
Yeah, but I don't want to just take lame government money. I just want like a fountain of money to start pouring and be like, oh shit, and then like get a bucket, and then that's all I got to do is pay for a bucket. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
just gotta fill this bucket up.
Where's the cheapest place to live in the U.S.?
I mean, here isn't too bad, especially if you just go more like east. I don't know. The cheapest place I feel like would be like Nevada, and you just get like an RV. I mean, anywhere can be cheap. It just depends on what you want to do. Like, honestly, I think the cheapest thing to do would be to just buy land out here a bit further to the east and then just buy like a trailer and then just live in a trailer. I mean, I probably have enough money to like live the rest of my life if I didn't want internet and all of the amenities available, and I just live in a trailer on a small piece of property for the rest of my life alone.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do that. I could make it work.
I just want the bare minimum of like nice internet and running water.
I mean, I feel like I definitely need certain things. Like I need access to a reasonable grocery store, and
that is very nice.
I need fucking like stuff.
It would be annoying to have to drive like 30 minutes to go to the store.
Yeah.
But then you just buy like a week's worth of stuff, but that's also another difficult thing to manage.
I mean, I want a lot of, like, when I buy a house, I want to fill the rooms. Like, I want to do stuff with the rooms. There's, like, I want rooms. I want room. I want, like, a full-sized finished basement so I can quarter off different areas of it and make it into things. Like, I'd like to make a little studio with a desk and, like, a lighting setup so I can consistently go in there. And if I want to, like, if I'm making a video of us playing a game, and I'm like, I want to record like a weird little section here where I explain what's happening, I can go in that room and use it to record that.
Yeah.
Like, I want those things. But there's like we definitely can't do anything like that here, so it just is what it is. Which is lame.
You know what's also lame?
We have to leave.
I got to go back to work.
Yeah, it's whatever. I didn't even like talking anyway.
Shout out to Luxembourg.
Isn't that in Germany?
No, it's
France.
Europe.
It's Belgium.
It's between
Australia and Germany.
It's between all those countries.
It's somewhere in the vicinity of Beetlejuice.
It borders France, Belgium, and Germany.
I'm gonna go.
Goodbye.
See you later.
See ya. Good night.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
Fuck me.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Jesus Christ.
Something's going on with our internet. Like, it's bad. Like, everything's dropping out constantly. I cannot stay connected to the PC that we record this on. Because I just keep getting kicked out of the remote view. And we've also been dropping from games and stuff like crazy. Like, we were trying to play Wreckfest 2 the other day, and the ping on the Steam machine was fluctuating between 60 and 400 or 500 freaking ping.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over and over again for some reason. And then when we're playing other games out here, we drop connection all the time. But it doesn't make any sense. The router's literally right behind me. And the connection from the router to this to the modem or to the the expansion over here is like 10 feet. I don't understand. Something's not right. I don't know if it's the modem. I don't know if it's the Ethernet cable. I don't know if it's the dock over there. I don't know.
It's definitely something out here, I think. I don't know if you're having any issues in your room, but I have nothing wrong in my room.
Yeah, me neither. Which doesn't make any sense either, because the cables that lead to my room are frayed and fucked and stepped on and stomped and destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look like they should work at all, but they work fine. But the perfectly good cable out here is not okay, apparently. I don't know, dude. Sucks. I want a house so I can wire cables properly and have them, like, not ever have this issue. Because stability issues are, like, the most frustrating thing, I think. Like, unreliability of my devices makes me fucking freak out. Like, it just makes me insane. Like, I want to just be able to use it I want to know it's going to work.
I'd rather have it like either completely work or not work at all, not fucking that weird
Right.
halfway between. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like fucking whiplash over and over and over again.
Well, what's even more annoying is that as soon as we started this, it hasn't dropped me once. It dropped me like 5 times. Just trying to open this thing so I can hit the record button. And even as I was hitting the record button, it dropped me. But now that it's running, it's fine. As if nothing ever happened.
It's gaslighting you.
I don't know. The network issues always feel like just complete random bullshit. Like, I've never been able to put my finger on what the actual issue is. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know how you troubleshoot for shit like that. Because nothing makes sense.
It's just hard to test, too.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to not have a freaking ISP's router or modem. I'd like to have one that's like my own. And like, I know how it works. And no one's fucking with it. It's not getting like reset by anything or something. But, yeah.
Oh, God. How was work today?
I don't know. Awful. It's boring. It's just been really boring. And the only thing on my mind is I really want to work on this desktop in my room that I just built.
You've been building a new computer.
Well, I just wanted to fucking I just want it to be usable right now. I can't even get the thing to run properly at the moment. And I have a bunch of orders for Mickey crap to do, so... I hate having a job. I have so much shit that I want to do that I can't do. I have time every day to do 2 or 3 things. Today I'm going to make food. Even though I already have some food, I need to make more food. So I have to make food. That's going to be like an hour or 2, probably. By the time I'm done with that, I want to... first thing I have to do is I get home as Mickey. That could take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe. And then I got to make food. And then I want to work on this computer. But I know for a fact that I'm not going to get anywhere with the computer.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I'm going to still be working on it and then be super frustrated because I have to go to sleep because I have to go to work tomorrow. And I've made almost no progress. I did the bare minimum, which is feed myself, and I'm going back to sleep.
My God.
I hate it.
Tomorrow's only Wednesday, too.
No.
Got a long road ahead of us still.
There's just so much crap I want to do. I hate it. I want to do so much more. I want to figure out, I don't even know what I'm going to use that computer for yet. Like, I need to figure that out too. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I need to figure that out too. It needs a new case for sure. I have no idea what to do with that. And it's supposed to just be like a fun thing to do. But it really will solve or serve a purpose and solve a problem for me if I can get it working. Because then I can offload a bunch of shit that this computer's been doing somewhere else. And then I can effectively downgrade this computer, but also upgrade it with like more modern hardware that's technically not as powerful, but is like 100 times better at what I'm doing with it.
Yeah.
And that would be sick, because then it would just extend its life, because it would have an actual useful upgrade. And if I do everything right, it should only be like $200 for everything that I want to do. But the problem is, like, I don't have the time. It's it's going to take the rest of it. It takes multiple weeks to do something like this because I have to go to work. So it turns something that really should take like 2 days into multiple weeks, because I have to get off work and I have to figure out what I'm going to do that day and get my food shit settled and do all this stuff, and then and then I have a few hours to work on it, and then I have to go back to bed. It's agonizing. And it sucks so bad. I miss fucking being just like in high school, being out of school on like a summer break, and just having time to do the shit that I want to do.
Yeah.
And you have enough time at the beginning of a summer break where you're like, oh, like you spend the first few weeks like fucking around and just sleeping in and doing whatever, and then you're like, eventually you're like, all right, it's time to do stuff, you know, time to get busy doing whatever hobby shit, and then you can do that. But like fucking work life sucks dick, because you're working constantly, and then you can take like a vacation. The ideal vacation is like a week. Wow, 1 week. where the first half of the week you're just trying to like relax after
Recover.
working for your entire life, and then the last couple days you're like, I can do things, and then it's like a weekend's worth of time, and then you go back to work. So it's just not enough. It sucks ass. Like, dude, I don't know. I'm fucking sick of it. I felt, you'd think you get used to it, which, I mean, you do get numb to it, but you don't get used to it.
It just gets worse.
It never goes, the pain of like, I just want to fucking live my life and do the things I want to do never seems to go away. I'm never just going to submit to like, oh, well, this is my life. I have to suffer forever. Like, I'm miserable. I have so many things I want to do. I have things I want to do that could potentially make me money if I had the time to do them. But I don't because I'm too busy making enough money so that I can even have a chance to do those things. I don't know. It sucks. I don't know, man. It's a bitchy fucking Wednesday. I'm just tired.
Tuesday.
Whatever. Same differences. The same level of it's going to take a million years.
The good news is we get to go back to work soon.
Yay. I fucking hate working. I fucking hate this shit. I just want to make things and I can't make anything. I don't have time to make anything ever. I want to fucking die. And now we have to go. And I'm sweaty and uncomfortable. I feel gross. Like, today's just been trash. I almost want to, like, faint being sick or whatever. Just be like, I fucking can't do it. Although it's not even that far from the truth. I feel like shit. I don't want to be at work today. It'd be nice to just have just a couple more hours in the day so I can try to fucking troubleshoot that computer. Would be amazing. I would kill for a couple more hours.
You could kill me.
It's so stupid how fucking desperate I am to have just a little bit more time.
Like twisting a sponge.
It's crazy. All right, I guess we gotta go.
Yeah, well, yay, work Wednesday tomorrow. Woo.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's today.
It's Thursday.
Yay. How's it going?
It's going pretty well, I guess. All things considered. Work's really, really boring today, but I'm ahead on points. I've got 183%. Yay.
That's cool. I don't know what my points are, but I'm sure they're fine. I'm just chilling. I've just been doing my normal work-related stuff. I did just buy a new motherboard, and I'm excited because I'm building an i7 4790K machine with my old i7 to basically just host a Minecraft server on Linux. And because initially I was going to build it just to play around with Linux, which I'm also going to do. But then I was like, I could put my 1070 in there and it would be an AI computer, because that's the only card I have that can run AIs right now, but it's currently being used on my streaming PC. So then the idea was I was going to upgrade the streaming PC and get it a new graphics card so I can replace the 1070 and put the 1070 in there so I can use it as an AI computer. But then a series of unfortunate events set me back to the point of realizing that literally the only way I could physically upgrade this computer is by not only replacing the CPU, not only putting a new GPU in there, but also replacing the CPU. Because while my motherboard supports rebar, the CPU doesn't. And a CPU that was offered to me from somebody else also doesn't support rebar, because it's the only one in the entire class, in that entire series of CPUs, that doesn't support it. It and one other CPU in the entire class doesn't for some reason. So that wouldn't work. So it kind of makes it like a $250 ordeal to upgrade that computer. And in order to get the GPU out of it, when I just spent like $60 and I got a new motherboard for that computer.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run that computer with no graphics card. And the only thing it's going to be good for is playing around with Linux, and it can host a Minecraft server. So that's what it's going to do. Because I want it to do something. because that CPU has been sitting there and not doing anything for years and years. And it's a legendary CPU. The 4790K, it was like the best of the 4th generation CPUs, and like it for so many years it was like the top dog. And I just wanted to do something. So yeah, that's the plan. It is kind of an ordeal though, because I haven't even started, but I'm really trying to figure out how I want to structure the server, and there's a lot to that. Nathaniel's thinking that I should do make the resource world a sort of PvP extraction gameplay world.
Ooh.
So like you would go in and mine shit, but it's full PvP. So if you die in there, you're gonna lose all your shit, and somebody else could easily take it. So you kind of go in there to mine as much as you can, and then get the hell out. Which is basically what it will be. It will be a PvP world. So, and it will reset once a month. So like, you can't just go in there and know exactly where everything is. Well, I guess you could. I would have to not just reset it, but regenerate the whole. Regenerate the whole world every month. So you can't just know where everything is. Yeah, I like that concept. It sounds fun. And then obviously, like, I want to have a survival world because I want people will want to be able to just join the server and go and play Minecraft.
Yeah,
like that's important. It needs to be there. But I'm having a hard time figuring out what that really looks like, because I can't let people strip mine in the survival world. If the intention of the survival world is to just for people to play the game that includes mining like that, but I am going to have to ban it. I will have to have a rule for that, because the survival world, I don't want it to have to be reset all the time, because if somebody wants to go build stuff in there, I want them to be able to do that. So, yeah, I'm kind of torn. There's part of me that feels like I should just have property mods and get rid of the property world, because I was thinking about having a property world with a grid system so that people could have their own chunk and build and store or whatever they want to store. And on one hand, I think that that's cool, and it would be easy because that world I would just never reset it. It would just be a permanent world, and so no one's stuff would be lost. On the other hand, I think it's better for people to be able to just play Minecraft and store their shit wherever they want and also have it protected. So it's like, if I do it for the survival world, I just don't know.
it's a lot to work out.
And I need to be careful because, again, I'm using a 4th gen i7. It can handle like 30 to 60 players all at once. If the world's pre-generated and everything, which it will be. But I can't have like 20 worlds, you know? Like 6 worlds is already going to be a lot. I'm going to have massive restrictions, like the Nether and the End are going to be fully unloaded unless somebody's in there, and render distance is going to be restricted to like 4. And I'm going to set like on any world that doesn't need it, like a spawn world is going to have like mobs off. Property world, if I'm building it, would have like very low to 0 mobs, just like a ton of shit to try to like save memory. World restrictions, even the survival world, I think I'm going to have it be like a 20,000 by 20,000 block area and then have a world wall. So you essentially won't be going out of that area, just to protect the server so that somebody doesn't start flying off into the distance and destroying my server. But it will mean that eventually the survival world might get reset. It might want to be reset. So I think that's why I want the properties world, just as like as a backup. Like initially, it probably won't matter for like, many months. It might not matter at all. But if somebody was playing it and they really want to play on it and they don't want to lose all their shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna reset this survival world because it's destroyed, and we need a new one, then they won't have to like lose everything, I guess. I don't know. It's just hard to figure out.
Yeah. I think personally I would just want like the spawn world with like mini games and then a survival world.
Right.
But have the survival world be larger than just 20,000.
Yeah. Well, 20,000 is a lot. Like, it takes a long time to go that far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine, like, I'm thinking about, like, if you, like, you lose your shit and you, like, look at the bit Y map and you're like, I'm 1,000 blocks away. Like, that's going to take you a long time to travel 1,000 blocks. We're talking about 20 times that. Like, I think a 20,000 by 20,000 block survival world is big enough. I don't expect to have 60 players in there, but it should be big enough for that.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't think I can let it just free run it, and even if I had even if I didn't have the other worlds, setting no restriction on the survival world is just sketchy. Like again, if some wise ass gets in there and thinks it's funny to go run off and generate chunks forever, like they're playing fucking Far Lands or Bust, it's gonna absolutely crush everything for everyone else. That's just not fair. Like I want to basically start it and then have the CPU sit there for like 2 hours pre-generating before the server launches every single chunk in that entire 20,000 by 20,000 block area, so that there's no chunks left that need to be generated, so that so anybody that joins this, it's going to run super smooth because everything's already rendered. It's all there. They just get in and start playing. And that would just make it a million times easier to run.
I'm also a little confused about what the properties world is, because from what you explained, it's like a completely flat world.
Yeah, it would be a grid world. So it's like a flat world where you'll use commands to essentially purchase a piece of a grid. So there's going to be in-game currency with an in-game economy. You'll be encouraged to use that economy because in survival, if you build a house, there's nothing stopping, other than admins who probably won't be there, stopping a player from going and burning your house down. So if you want to protect your house, you can use tools in the server to like click on the box, click a block in a corner, click a block in another corner, and then it will set that area as protected. But in order to keep it protected, every 24 hours in real world time, there's a tax. There's like a fee of in-game currency to keep it protected. So you need to collect resources and sell it to get currency so that fee has somewhere to go. Otherwise, you'll lose it. That's because if a player joins my server only one time, builds a house, and then never joins again and puts protection on it, after a certain period of time, that protection's gone.
Yeah.
People can go and reclaim and take that shit. But and it also, again, encourages people to contribute to the economy, because the economy means nothing if people aren't actually putting anything into it. So if you have to pay money into the economy in order to pay for your houses and the property taxes, then it keeps it flowing. The property world is like that, but exclusively that. It would be flat and have chunks of grid area, so that like if you plan on playing on the server for like a very, very long time and you don't want to have the risk of, like, let's say you play on the server on this survival world, you created your property, you've owned it for whatever amount of time, you have a bunch of diamonds and a bunch of shit, you're like, this stuff is awesome, I don't want to lose this. Then and I'm like, okay, we're gonna do a fucking world reset, I'm gonna clear out the survival world. Then you can just take your plot down and transfer, or buy a plot in the property world, transfer all your shit to the property world, and then when I reset that world, all your stuff is still there, and it's permanently there. It's like hard storage. Like, I will never remove the stuff in the property world, unless, of course, somebody stops paying for a plot, and then it will get wiped.
The only thing I'm worried about that is just like if you build something really cool in the survivor world, like a monument or a really cool house, I wouldn't want that to go away.
I mean, and again, I think that's just how it goes. Like, I can't keep the worlds forever. You know what I mean? It's like you can. That's what I'm saying. If you really want to build something monumental, then you can pay for property in the property world and build it there, and then it can stay. But
the property world is just this completely flat.
I understand.
Area.
I know. That is the downside. I imagine more people would use it as hard storage. You'd go there, you build a little shed, put a bunch of chests inside, and put your stuff in there, so that you just have your items. For built things, yes, I could put tools in that would allow you to transfer an entire house and place it into the property world. Those do exist. Could do that. But it's much more complicated to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the best way to do it is. That's why I'm thinking about it in advance and trying to figure it out. I need to have the freedom to be able to reset the survival world eventually, is all.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time. It could take years, but it needs to be able to reset. So.
Oh, Christ, I don't want to go back to work.
Yeah. It's the way she goes.
Could just stay here and think about Minecraft and...
I was also thinking about only generating 10,000 by 10,000 blocks at the start, and then after like another update comes out, generating another 5,000 area around that.
Yeah.
And then after another update comes out, generating another 5,000 area around that. But there's only so many times I can do that before I'm going to have to wipe that world, because eventually it's going to get too big. So, again, it always comes back around to I'm going to have to eventually wipe this world. But I could save the world and put it in a storage somewhere, but I won't be able to like let people visit it unless, yeah, I don't think I could handle that.
Open up a Patreon and be like, you can subscribe to this if you want to go visit your old world.
I literally could have an old world area where you can go through a portal and you can visit the old worlds, but I would have them set so that you can't break or destroy anything. Like you can just explore it and see this is the old world, and if you leave that world, it completely unchunks it. There's no ticks going into it, and it would discourage people from going in there, which is good because the less people that are in there, the less hard it is on my fucking processor. Because the more people in different worlds all the time is gonna be harder and harder on me. I don't know. I won't really know until I start putting it together, and I got a long way to go before I do that. So
tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, yay, Friday.
I'm going to a show tonight.
Yeah. You're gonna go see the zombie boys, or the not zombie boys, the mummy boys. Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be a fun thing to talk about tomorrow. But until then,
yay.
Good night. It's
Bye.
bedtime. Sleepy.
Lunch break.
Lunch break.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's finally Friday.
Friday.
Why has it not been Friday for so long?
The government outlawed it for a long time. But after a bunch of public backlash, they finally announced that Friday would once again happen. So here we are.
Yay.
Yay, Friday.
Yay.
We're playing D&D tonight.
Yeah, we are. That's cool.
Yay.
Glad about that.
I'm so excited for that.
It's been a minute.
Oh, yeah. I've been like amped for it every week, and then every week we don't do it.
It's been a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see what happens. I know Blake's been cooking up a bunch of stuff, so
Yeah.
excited to see what kind of shenanigans we're going to get into.
Yeah. We haven't really helped him that much. Like, he's asked me loads of questions about my character and, like, kind of where I want it to go. And then I keep, like, being like, I'll think about it. And then not coming up with anything. So, it really is just sort of in his hands.
I've got some ideas. I'm excited to see if we do keep going down, like, the Goblin quest line.
Right.
I know it's not, like, the most original thing, but... You know, there's other options, though. Like, we could find some other black mercenary contracts.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think we should look for the goblin stuff. I mean, I think we should look at what our options are, but that goblin guy is weird.
the evil goblin man in the mirror.
Weird goblin guy.
I almost had, like, an Anakin Skywalker moment with him, but John talked me down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know how today's going to go. Are we sure that Nathaniel and Tatiana are going to be here?
They said they were down last time I talked to them about it.
Oh, and then we're doing it here?
I think so.
Because I thought the last time we had a conversation about it is next time we're doing D&D, we're doing it at their house.
And I'll make sure to ask him after this.
Yeah. You got to be careful with how you phrase that, because it might sound like we're suggesting that we should do it at their house.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world to go over there, but also... I don't know, it's just been so long, and I wasn't really planning on going over there today. Oh, God. This has been a sort of long week.
Yeah, really hot, really muggy. Work has been not the worst it's ever been, but definitely pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been sort of a boring, very, like, still work week in terms of the actual work that I've done this week. Like, not really a lot has happened.
Yeah. The management on my team keeps like hyping us up because of like our company's like merging with another company.
Yeah, but that's like way off.
I know but every day there's like we're gonna have a meeting about it, and we're like, oh, the big changes are coming today, and then immediately after the meeting, they're like, scratch that, they're not coming today, and that's happened like 5 times. This basically every day this week that's happened.
That doesn't make any sense because it's like it's many months off.
Yeah,
Like months and months and months.
and then they keep like hyping us up about learning coax. That's always a part of the meeting. They're like, yep, the merger stuff is coming today, and we're going to start learning coax today. So get ready to get sent to the training room and have like a little lesson on coax. And then immediately after the mission, scratch that. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's not happening today.
Right.
We are learning a new thing called like data coverage or something. Like the head of the floor will run like a report, and he has like this new tool that allows him to find errors within like a giant area, and we have to go around and fix those errors. So it'll be like,
that's essentially the audits.
yeah,
We do those. Those suck because they run them all the time, and it's basically like a general like a wide area QC, and then they send out just like an Excel, and they're like, here's a bunch of shit that needs to be fixed, and if your name is on it, like if you pushed it through, then go fix it.
It's always like really small stuff. They'd be like, this address is tied to one pole but is attached to equipment on another pole.
Well, sometimes you get somebody that lets some kind of nightmare thing through a QC, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, who approved this? It could be like a design that was done well, but then like they just didn't do anything to the addresses or something. And whoever was QCing it was like, oh yeah, that's fine. Or they probably didn't even look at the addresses.
The head of the floor also sent out this like kind of ominous, slightly threatening message where they were like, we're going to be running new reports soon about design statuses for jobs. So like jobs can be in a bunch of different statuses. So like equipment will be either design or redesign or as built. And he was like, this has been a common problem on the floor, so I'm going to start running reports for this. And at the very end of the message, he was like, do not be on this list.
Huh. That's fun.
It reminded me of Kane in The Amazing Digital Circus, and he was like, I suggest you do the adventure.
Yeah.
He was that kind of tone.
I was trying to find a laptop, but I can't find one that I want to spend the money on. It sucks because like it's just the whole market seems to sort of lean in. I don't know, the free market for this is working too good, and it's really annoying. People know what they want, and people know what's valuable, and like I was kind of hoping that like I could find a laptop that has like a missing hard drive that's like already a relatively cheap laptop that is going to be like dirt cheap because of that. But it seems like everyone that sells them are like, yeah, it's got a missing fucking hard drive, but it's the same price as the other ones. And it's like, what the fuck? Like I don't know. Sometimes they'll be like $10 or $20 cheaper, but it's also always like a higher end one where it's like it's not worth it in the first place. But it's just so weird. Like I can get a $200 laptop with 4 gigs of RAM, but like a fucking Pentium, like a Pentium Silver in it, and it's gonna be tiny and super trashy for $200.
Yeah,
refurbished too, $200, trashy as hell. But then I could get another laptop that's bigger, 5 or 6 times as powerful, the same amount of RAM, also refurbished for the same exact price. So it's like, it doesn't really matter what you're looking for. It doesn't matter what's in it. On the refurbished market for laptops, everything's the same. It's all $200. Like all of it. You can find a $100 laptop that has only 4 gigs of RAM in it and the worst CPU you've ever seen, and it would hardly run anything at all. But it's not even worth it. So it's like, it feels so crappy. Like, there's so much hardware. Like, in the photos that people post of these laptops, it'll be like a piece of shit laptop, and you can see in the background there's a stack of them on the floor that goes up to, like, their chest. Like, they just have, like, a shit ton of them. And they're like, yeah, $200. And it's like, what the fuck, $200? Like, they're clearing out, like, a warehouse for a bunch of fucking old, like, ThinkPads that no one wants anymore. They don't, and they need to get rid of them. And they're like, yeah, they're all worth $200. Like, why the fuck are you selling them for that much? Just stop.
Are people actually buying them?
I don't know. I guess apparently the market is so good for these that everyone is willing to spend $200 for a piece of shit. I just don't get it. So it just sucks. So like, even like things that should be a really good deal, things that where it's like the value isn't there. This is something that's super low end. I want it just to play around with it. I don't really care if it's that powerful. Is still so overpriced it's not worth it to me. The person looking for anything. The person looking for, like, I would be okay with a Pentium Silver and 8 gigs of RAM if it wasn't $170 to get it, which is literally a thing I was looking at. It was a Pentium Silver, 8 gigs of RAM, 11-inch screen, teeny tiny laptop. $170. Why? Why is it that much? It's not the RAM. I know it's not the RAM because they're not manufacturing these anymore. They've been discontinued since 2015 or whatever. So it's like, it's not like, well, it's a silver, so I guess maybe more like 2017 or 2018 or something. Maybe. Or 2016. I don't know when they made the Pentium Silver. But it's like they've been making these things for ages. It's not like the RAM crisis is affecting the refurbished laptop market. When we're not like the RAM crisis has nothing to do with laptop memory. But here we are, fucking can't buy a simple laptop for a reasonable price. Half of these things should be like $80. And some of them that's overpriced. Like $80, little laptop, done deal. It's good enough for browsing the internet, but don't open more than 5 tabs. Like, literally, like, that's what we're looking at here. If you get a 4 gig fucking laptop, you can open Chrome, but don't open 4 or 5 tabs. And also, if you're on Windows, good luck. You're gonna open like 2 tabs, and then it's gonna lag.
It's gonna crash.
Yeah. If you're on Linux, you might be open like 5 tabs, and that's the best you're gonna get out of it. $170. It's worth $170. It's a good market, good price.
Maybe when it came out.
No, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know.
It's like 10 years old at this point.
And I just bought a fucking motherboard for a 15-year-old, or for goddamn, a stupidly old, for the 4th gen i7. That was a $60 motherboard, and that was like the cheaper one because I got a full ATX when I wanted a micro-ATX, because I wanted it to be able to fit in a smaller case, because if you're going to build an older computer, you don't want it to take up any room. You know what I mean? Like, if you're putting together a computer that's already, like, piece of shit, like, it's barely going to be able to do anything, you don't want it to be in a giant-ass case or anything. You want it to be in some kind of compact little thing so you can just kind of cram it in a corner and forget about it. But I couldn't get a micro-ATX motherboard for this fucking thing because my cooler is too big. So, first of all, like my cooler's massive, and so it's going to cover the first slot, the first RAM slot on the motherboard. By default, it's just going to happen. So that's a problem because my RAM the only RAM I have is super tall. It's like double stack. It's hella tall RAM. So it means I have to put my RAM in the second slot, which is fine in that generation of motherboard, because on those motherboards the first slot is actually the second slot, and the next slot is actually the 4th slot. So it's fine. It offsets it. It makes it perfectly. It works great. On a micro-ATX board, though, what they often do is they only sell them with 2 RAM slots. And the RAM slots are in exactly the spots where the original RAM slots would be, as close to the CPU as possible for the fucking memory buses to be short. So I can't use those motherboards. I need a micro-ATX motherboard with 4 slots of RAM, instead of 2. Even though I'm only going to use 2 of those slots, I need the 4 slots so that I have the extra slot there to give my CPU cooler a little bit of extra room so I can fit on my CPU. Well, you can't get a fucking micro-ATX motherboard for a CPU, for a 4th gen i7 under $100. It's like, I'm not spending $100. The other one I said it was $60. I'm not spending $40 extra for 2 extra slots of RAM that I'm not even going to use just so that my cooler fits on this. And the only alternative to that is I buy a new cooler. But if I buy the micro-ATX board, regardless, I could get like a $50 micro-ATX with only 2 RAM slots and a new cooler, but the cooler to buy both of those, it's going to be over $100. Is my point. And like, I'll end up spending over $100 on this anyway. So the only reasonable, rational thing I could do is spend $60 on a full size board to just put this crappy processor in, just because I want to run a micro server. It's like, it has to be inconvenient. There's no other way to do it.
Now you got the big bulky case.
Yeah, and I got that big ass motherfucker case that I can't even keep it in. I do have to take it out of that case eventually. There's no fans in that case. It's going to be passively cooled with just the fan on the CPU. That's how it's going to work. I'm thinking about taking. I have an old extra case fan but there's no screws, and it would need long form screws that I don't have. So I'm just going to use zip ties and zip tie it to the back of the case so that it has a little airflow. But I don't have a side panel for this case, so it hardly matters anyway because the air isn't going to be moving around in this case. A case without a side panel is hell. Even if you think your temperatures are good on your motherboard and on your graphics card and CPU, even if they look good in every regard, it's not okay. Your motherboard has parts on it that get hot, and they will not be able to cool off if you have an open case like that. You need constant airflow over all of the components, not just the things that get the hottest. So you're going to have stability issues if you don't have a side panel. I didn't know that. For years, I had my PC without the side panel on it because my temperatures weren't any different, whether I had it on or off. When I checked, and I had it off because it allowed me to work on it easier. I could access everything. I could swap drives out and shit. But I started running into stability issues, and I had no fucking idea that my stability issues had everything to do with the fact that my side panel wasn't on my case. When all of the temperature gauges and everything are fine. So, I don't know. Just one of those things.
And the software doesn't actually monitor the little bits.
Yeah, sometimes it monitors some things on the motherboard, but never everything. And also, I don't know what the hell temperature they're supposed to be. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck the temperature the MOSFET's supposed to be on my motherboard, or whatever the hell a thing on the motherboard is. I have no idea. So, even if I saw the temperature, I wouldn't know if it's good or bad. I'd be like, okay, it's 40 degrees. I don't know. My point being, I'm gonna have to put a case. I'm gonna have to buy a new case for it, and it's gonna have to be a full, like a mid-sized case.
Yeah,
which sucks ass when the only thing in the computer is a processor, a motherboard, and a power supply. That's it, and an SSD. And I'm gonna have to cram it back there. Ow! Behind the TV.
Behind the TV and subwoofer.
It's just gonna sit in that little corner. I don't know. Pain in the ass. We gotta go, and I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to stop talking. I don't want to go anywhere. It's the end of the week. It's the end of the episode.
It's the end of the fucking world.
Yeah. All right. Well.
I'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye. I guess. Bye.